The Battle of Gundabad was a resounding success. The orcs have been driven out the mountain, and our craftsmen are already hard at work at restoring the halls of Durin. A few of the surviving Snow-Orcs have taken refuge to the south near the river Anduin. They would rather flee and die a coward than defend their so-called home. This is why we dwarves will always win. We will hunt down the remaining orcs and destroy them, cleansing all of Ered Mithrin of their filth. News of our success has already reached the other dwarven kingdoms of Ered and Khazad-dûm. The reclamation of Gundabad encourages more and more dwarves to pick up their axes and join us in bloodshed. It is only a matter of time before we command all the mountains once again, from the east to the west, and from the north to Mordor itself. Hello my friends, and welcome back to the 5th episode of our Dwarves of Erebor campaign in 3rd Age Total War Divide and Conquer with AGO and Swan's Dwarven TLC mod. So far things are going quite well in the campaign, not so much this recording specifically. The game already crashed 3 times just trying to get it to start up. Then I had some problems with shadow play from Nvidia, which is what I used to record. So yeah, I've already spent like 15 minutes just trying to get in the damn game. So I hope everything else goes smoothly from here on out. I hope I've already had my fair share of bad luck so far. Before we jump in, there are 2 things I want to talk about, and then we'll get into the actual gist of the campaign. Wouldn't be an easy video without a long introduction, of course. Number 1, this is exactly 1 week after I released the first episode of the Dwarves of Erebor campaign. And if you remember, I did put a bit of a like goal just to kind of get the algorithm going, you know what it's like, of basically 1,000 likes within the first week of release. And I was like, okay, I think that's doable, like just barely. I don't think I'm like going a bit too crazy with that. I think that's a achievable goal without being like way too easy. That was my guess, my anticipation. But now, exactly 1 week later, we're already at 1.7k likes, so that's almost double of what I thought we'd achieve, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all very, very much for your support. It does really help a lot more than you think in terms of getting the videos out there, getting new people on the channel as well. Yeah, it really helps with growing out the channel. The channel has grown tremendously these past few weeks, and I think it just goes to show that even a 16-year-old game, you know, there's still a community out there. There's still people that enjoy watching and enjoy playing it. So there we go. And then the second point I wanted to make is I actually got a message from one of you guys from the community. Goes by the name of Dominoes222. And it's actually his birthday today. So happy birthday to you, my friend. I believe I have timed it just right that the day of release is your actual birthday. So I hope I didn't mess that up. And for his birthday present, he asked me to rename one settlement to his choice. And it didn't specify which settlement, but I'm going to rename Burzakul, because that's the only one without like the name I really like. I don't like Burzakul as a name. And he suggested we rename it to Nargothrond, which, if I remember correctly, and my knowledge of the lore beyond the 3rd Age is limited, but I think it was an elven fortress in the 1st Age that was at one point occupied by dwarfs. Maybe, I think they were occupied by a specific type of dwarf. They were then pushed out by Noldor elves, I think. And then they kind of became friends with other dwarves who helped them build stuff. I think I've just summarized all of Nargothrond, so there we go. It's a really nice name as well. It kind of fits better than Burzakul. Anyway, more than enough blabbing for me today. What have I got in store for you today? Well, pretty much just hopefully a bit of some downtime. Grab ourselves the time and the money. If we see an opportunity to take down Gundabad, we will do so, step by step. We do have some troops already ready to go with Dori. But besides that, just kind of want to build up my settlements, prepare for the inevitable doomstack of Rune, which is of course scripted, which should arrive at turn 35, I think. Prepare the catapult by then. I hope my game doesn't run into any issues, seeing as I had such a hard time getting the game to run today. I hope it doesn't have like unstable state or whatever it is. Today was not a great day. I don't know, just like issues with the game. I've also just been feeling really tired today. I also had a bit of a headache. I took a painkiller, so I should be able to get through the recording just fine. Work wasn't really like crazy. It was just draining, just exhausting. I actually almost fell asleep right before recording. But I don't know. Whenever I take naps... Oh, I'll read that in a moment. Whenever I take naps now, I always wake up so much worse. Like, I feel like absolute shit if I take a nap. I don't know why. I wish I could take naps, because sometimes I do need the rest, but I always feel so, like... I was, like, drugged out almost. Really strange. Anyway, the Dwarven Catapult, the Catapult Maker is finished. The Dwarven Catapult not yet. It's another 5 turns, so it should arrive right on time, if my timing is good, which is perfect, because it's going to make a big difference, like, really big difference. So thank you, my fellow dwarves. I guess we should build something else then, eh? Practice range for the axe throwers and travelers. Meh. Way station, that's to retrain the Orokani. I don't really care much about that. Armor seems like a good deal. Unless, maybe I should just splurge on the mining network. Yeah, let's go for it. It's another 6 turns, but that should solidify our economy for a while. Bergram, what do I want at Bergram? Population growth, mostly. There's nothing really here that gives me population growth, so... I think I'll get the Master Stoneworkers Hall there, and then one settlement left, Nargothrond. We got a brewery there to get that public order kind of jump-started. I think we can invest in a pub as well. Although that's only a 1% increase, and we already have a 1% increase from the breweries. It doesn't actually add anything. Just happiness. So I think a mining complex would be better then. Let's get some roads for now, just so our troops can move around a lot quicker. Right, a message from Gandalf. Yesterday, an old wizard wearing grey worn-out robes arrived for an audience with our leader. His message was to look out for a creature called Gollum, supposedly looking like a starved small orc, and frequently making a sound that sounds like what he has been called, Gollum. Or in case we don't find the creature, look for a golden ring. This creature possesses that will be useful for our fight against the power of Sauron. He says we must look to our neighbours and find out if they could have possession of this ring, as it falling into the wrong hands could have catastrophic consequences for the future of Middle-earth. Alright, so that's the second person that has arrived at our doorstep asking for a ring. What is it with all these people wanting rings? I mean, if you want rings that badly, I can make some. And it pretty much says, look out to our neighbours, find out if they could have possession. Basically, Gandalf is saying, don't trust the elves, right? That's kind of what I got from that message. Never trust an elf. You'll be happy to know we already have a spy network in the Woodland Realm. Alright, faction announcements. Nothing crazy. I don't really have the time to look at everything into detail. Right, Mount Gundabad got an extra diplomat. I think we should maybe try to... We don't have to be friends with Angmar, but if we can just have like some okay relations like trade rights, that's a good start. We already might have that, to be honest. Might have gotten that one passing through. Angmar. There we are. Yeah, we do have trade rights, okay. I'll just put you here in the area as an extra spy. Also, he uses the same picture as Grindfan from the evil Ered Mithrin dwarves, which is a pretty cool touch. Right, Khazad-dûm and Anduin are allied to Rohan, good, and Fruhar got married, congratulations. Alright, there's Eorlstone. It does have a bit of a garrison. If it was both faction leader and faction heir, I'd probably seize the opportunity. But the faction heir is here. Yeah, they're at least smart enough to split them up. To be honest, I might just have enough oomph to take both of those settlements. That does put me bordering the Goblins of Moria. This looks like a really important fort to hold, actually, because it's right near the bridge. I mean, there's still this bridge here, unless there's a fort there as well. No. So I could send Dori, and he would probably succeed. I think I'll wait a little bit longer for a better opening. They're gonna move troops around. There's gonna be another chance for us to attack. Right, anything else I need to be doing? Check my diplomat. I guess we can talk to Dol Guldur. Wasn't that a mission as well? I believe it was. Yep, military unit. Let's go to Dol Guldur as some loud people are outside my window. That's okay. You go to Gondor before they are gone. Door. Yeah, you stay there. You stay there, and you can stay there. All right. Is there anything else? I can retrain some troops. It's not actual retraining. Someone also mentioned that I should probably like hop over the border now and then to pick up some mercenaries, and I will do that when I have some more money. But for now, press the enter. I kind of hope we can get the Rune Doomstack done in this episode. Will kind of depend. If we don't do any battles, we go through the turns quite rapidly. It's the battles that suddenly take up like 20 minutes, and that could be like 2 or 3 turns, you know. It's always kind of hard to anticipate how long a campaign will take, both in terms of episodes and in terms of turns. Typically my campaigns are like 25 to 35 episodes. It also depends, of course, on how long my episodes are. Sometimes I can stick to 50 minutes better than other times where I go for like almost 2 hours. My time management skills have improved, however. Alright, see, this is what I mean. They've actually been moving about some troops. Eorlstone looks a bit weaker now. Yeah, they've moved some troops out. Then again, do I want to strike at Eorlstone? It is only a village. Alright, first things first. Let's check for those mercenaries in Erebor. Or near Erebor. Yep, I'll take those. We still have those lads, of course, in reserve as well. I'll move them at like turn 33-ish. I know I can like min-max it a bit better, but I kind of forgot exactly when they would arrive, so... And I'm sure we'll have enough troops with those lads. Alright, do I need you? I don't think I do, so I'll already move you to Dane Souls. You can pass through there and then join up with them. I think I'll go for it. I mean, this army isn't exactly elite, but it should. What have they got on the open field actually? Because those guys will probably join in and then try to take Eorlstone. Ah, they do have the half-trolls there. If I could take him out one by one, that would be perfect, but I don't think he's a night fighter. No, we were fair fighters, we don't fight in the night. That's kind of my worry, right? Wait, let's check. Are there mercenaries here? No. Thing is, we can't use Gimli. But right now, Angmar doesn't have any troops near Litash. So I actually feel kind of secure in emptying out Gundabad and sending in the full battalion. The full might of Erebor, in the west at least. This is a decently sized army and should be more than enough to take down both Eorlstone and hold it against those lads. The closer we get to completely exterminating Gundabad, the happier I am. Alright, so we already killed one king, now it's time to kill another, King Gurzok, also Lunluk. So if we kill them, they'll only have one general left altogether. Snoke Raiders, Warg Marauders, Orc Hunters and Snoke Spears, okay. Nothing crazy. He has Mountain Guard, what do you got? Orc Avengers, okay. Alright, well let's go Thanos on them once again. Oh god, it's snowy again, let's wait. I don't like snow. That guy actually compared it on the previous video in a comment to the Battle of Winterfell. Very epic, no doubt, but I can't see jack shit. Sums it up nicely. Alright, we got a nice amount of infantry, but I'm not really willing to use all of them. I'm mostly going to stick with my missiles. The King's Warriors do have throwing axes, so if they can go after the Orc Avengers, that would be perfect to have that armor piercing. There's a lot of loud traffic outside, I'm not sure why. That always happens when I record my intros, right? I write out my intros. I forgot about one unit. Oh. Why are you there? So I write out my intros and it's like perfectly quiet. Not a soul inside, no traffic, nothing. And the moment I then start to record my voice for the intro, it's just like so much noise and just happens all the time. I'm a little bit scared of the walks, so I want my Sons of the Fallen to be relatively close to the ballista. Assemble the lodge. Alright, if I put my troops like that. Dori does have the custom ability, so that's really nice. Alright, actually the Snoke Raiders are not the best target. And let's put on fire mode for extra cinematic effect. Alright, Snoke Spears, Orc Avengers, those are the ones I really want to take down. They scare me. They are tough. They're actually using Dwarven armor, because they can't make armor of that quality themselves. The plebs. Yes, burn them to a crisp. They seem to be rather cold, don't they? Let's warm them up a bit. Alright. It's about time. Send in the Sons of the Fallen. Make sure those wargs have no chance to achieve anything. Alright, you can fire on the... Apologies about the pause, but I need to find the Snow-Orc Raiders. There we go. Snow-Orc Raiders. Snow-Orc Raiders. And another one. That's perfect. Alright. I think we've caught the wargs. Yep. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold, Tori, hold. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Alright, Sons of the Fallen will hold them nice and tight. And then you throw your axes at the Orc Avengers. I'm already going to pop my ability because those Sons of the Fallen are getting themselves surrounded. For the cause, lads, for the cause. But they need some support. Should have already gotten support. Ready to go. Yeah, throw those axes. Good, good. If slightly laggy. Because of all the mayhem. Look at that, 31% already down. Damn. Not sure how those Warg Marauders even escaped, but... they definitely took a beating. Right, Orc Avengers against Sons of the Fallen is not the best. The Orc Avengers will have a relatively good time against us. Alright, Erebor Infantry also has shield wall, so we're impervious to Cav charges. But they seem to have just kind of dodged past us. These Warg Marauders, they work differently. Alright, Mattox. Time to flank. 44%, nice shots from the ballista, look at that.
If we continue like this, we will smash the
The
enemy.
wargs will probably get themselves killed. Let's send in the privateers, just for safety. Alright lads, get in there! The last of the Snow-Orcs, almost. Snow-Orcs definitely going down a whole lot quicker than I anticipated. I'm actually gonna miss fighting against them. But it kind of makes sense to kill them early on. Like, Rune makes less sense to attack as your first enemy. I think in pretty much every Erebor campaign you're going to go for the Snow-Orcs first. I mean, you don't have to, of course. That's one of the things I really like about this game. That's like, it's pretty much a sandbox. You can do whatever you want. There's nothing stopping me from taking Dale first turn, you know. But if you want to have like a, you know, somewhat low-friendly and a decent campaign, you're going to go after the Gundabad Orcs first. And the sooner you kill them, the better. Like, that's also just a fact. Alright, keep throwing those axes. 3% for 70%. You just can't deny the effectiveness. I wish I had a scatter shot ballista. Orc Avengers are starting to drop. The Mattox are performing excellent. This is their kind of fighting, where they only dish out damage and don't actually take any damage. Mattox are a really weak frontline fighter, but for a flanking force, they're quite good. They're not exactly up against elites either, so that does help. Alright, Ballista, I'm gonna actually ask you to stop fighting now. Dory, get in there. Time we kill ourselves a king again. Get in there. Get your axe wet. Surprised none of the generals have died yet. 29. I don't even see the mountain guard. They're in there somewhere. Oh, there goes one. Lunluk and the other right away. There we go. 166. So we killed 826. That's really nice. Looks like Dory got the most kills. Yeah. Travelers 152 as well. Ballista 105. Pretty good. How did the Mattox do? 34, and they lost 48. Never mind, they actually performed like shit. Alright, Eorlstone is ours, and now Gundabad only has one settlement remaining. Bada bing, bada boom. The Lord of Gundabad is dead. Long live the Lord of Gundabad. A proud victory? I don't know. Oh, I misclicked that. I didn't mean to click it so fast. I didn't mean to click exterminate. That was a complete misclick. Oh, god damn it. No! I didn't mean to do that. Now Eorlstone's going to take forever to upgrade. Oh, look at that. Well, it is what it is. I mean, accidental genocide, has that ever happened in the history books? Probably. Probably not a first time. There we go, most advanced faction, look at that. I mean, we knew that a long time ago. But at least now the rest of the world has finally caught up. Alright, extra troops in Kirrigathol and Witherboard. I actually kind of want to get an army together near Kirrigathol. That's actually a nice location. You can go sit in the fort. Anything else? We're building everywhere. No, we're not building in Dane's halls. That's a mistake. Let us... I still want to save the money for the halls of Durin, right? So I'm going to need to save some cash. I'm not going to go like crazy. I think we'll build like ironmongers, because that's only 400 gold. And then I can save the rest. We'll see if they try to do a counterattack. Actually... yeah, we'll see if they do a counterattack. At least with exterminating the populace, I don't have to worry about public order. If those guys pull back to Framsburg, I'm not sure I can actually take the fight to them. That's a bit risky. Which is why I'm kind of considering already moving out and striking at them. Fighting them on the field would probably be better. If I had Nightfire, then for sure. Because right now they're just like separate stacks and not that strong. And then that would lead the road to Framsburg just wide open. I think we're gonna do it. I don't do that nearly enough, like pushing really that aggressively. So if I leave behind 1 unit of farm and pikemen, that should actually be enough for the public order. Who do I want to attack first? I think this guy. Let's actually move and wait. No mercenaries. Okay. Public order is a bit of a problem, but I lowered the taxes and there we go. Everybody happy. This is pretty high risk, but I think it's going to be high reward. I need to win this though, because otherwise all these settlements are undefended. Bounce power is in my favor. The units I'm most scared of are the half-trolls, but if I can just calf charge them to death, or ballista them to death. They also have very, well, relatively low armor and no shield, so archers would also work quite well. The defense skill is ginormous. But if I get rid of them, then everything else is pretty damn easy. And then the road to the last settlement, I mean, I think we'll be fine. Alright, let's jump in, do this battle, and see if we can deal the penultimate blow to Gundabad. Rightio, this is going to feel a bit unnatural, because I'm actually going to have to be quite aggressive here to beat down the armies as soon as they arrive. Starting with that first one, of course. Infantry... and then Cav. Cav is going to be important. Alright lads, oh we can already start fighting, they're already in range, perfect. As long as they don't pull back and we can actually just dish out damage. Look at these guys, they look buff. They definitely hit the gym. Something I should really be doing. But I'm too anxious to do so. Alright, keep fighting, keep fighting. They do have double hit points, so just because they're not going down straight away, it's not bad per se. So the moment they get in range to throw their javelins, which are body piercing I think, we hit them with the cav. Been just dodging these half-trolls for forever, but now I will be very happy to take them down. Oh, some are already going down, good, good, good. Our arrows are quite effective then. We've already whittled down 1 hit point, so now the rest should be going down faster. Right. And as soon as Gundabad is down, there should be a bit of rest in this area. I mean, we're gonna have to go to war with Moria relatively quickly, but Moria's troops in general are so much weaker, especially against our forces, than Gundabad. Because Gundabad is kind of aimed at fighting against dwarves with their armor-piercing bonuses. Moria does not really get those bonuses, not for the largest part of their troops. Okay, good, keep them busy, keep them busy. Their numbers are dropping rapidly. Let's send in some of our infantry. Alright, heroic music. To the king! Oh, they're throwing their javelins. Well, it's not as if that was completely avoidable. But if we can avoid it for the most part, I'll be a happy little Izzy. I wish I knew what he said. Something like for Allah? For Allah? No. That would make sense. Unless dwarves are Muslim. Fair play to them, but I don't think they are. Alright, are the half-trolls then just gone? No. There's 5 remaining, supposedly. They're being torn to shreds, though. 4 remaining. Snow-Orc raiders are pretty damn powerful though. Do not underestimate them. And they also still have wargs, of course, which I should also never underestimate. Alright. Come on, lads. Keep it up, keep it up. 11% for 21%, yeah, it's a bit of a bloodier battle, but that's okay. It's a little bit hard at the beginning, but this was the hardest army, the most difficult army. The rest will go down quite a bit quicker. Now these guys are broken as well. Make sure they don't regroup. And it seems they're actually moving to meet me already, so I don't actually have to be too aggressive then. Which is rather nice. I'm not sure why I said that in such a sensual way, but hey. Sensual Izzy. I actually have some bad news for the long-time fans of the channel. Do you guys remember the squeaky chair? The chair that oftentimes made noise? I've actually lost weight, so it's not as squeaky as it used to be. But I'm actually thinking of replacing it. I know I said I'd never do that, but lately my back has gotten a bit worse, and I'm like, okay, I actually spend a lot of hours in this chair a day because I work from home quite a bit. And it's a pretty shitty old chair that really should be replaced, so yeah. That's definitely going to upset some people. I'll organize a raffle and then donate the chair to whoever wins. And you can have this sweaty, stinky, broken, squeaky chair. It'll smell like me. Like Total War tryhard Izzy. Never thought I'd use Total War Izzy and tryhard all in the same phrase, but there we go. Alright. Alright, let them come. I'll actually move you guys a bit to better meet their position. There's also troops coming from over yonder. Where are they coming from? Oh, they're actually coming like from behind me. What is that? Orc trash. Oh, more orc trash. Surprise, surprise. Okay, we've ran down most of that army. Good. You guys get in position. If I can just borrow a little... Whoa, who are you fighting? Oh, okay, never mind. They are running. I thought they were an actual unit. I'm just going to use the Sons of the Fallen and cavalry to knock down this army. Actually, no, not Sons of the Fallen, because I need their shield wall ability. King's Warriors. I need the shield wall for their wargs coming from over there. Okay. Alright. And then one unit of cav. The other one can stick with the main bulk. These guys desperately need some retraining, but as soon as Gundabad is gone, then I think we'll have time for that. It should also take away a lot of pressure from the Anduin fail, so hopefully they can be quite aggressive to the Goblins of Moria. And then I just need to get my production up and running, which I should have the time for, to make sure I can train more troops. And then I think we're pretty much just straight going to go into war against either Moria or Angmar or both. There's not going to be any room for Angmar to breathe either. Alright. I really want to actually be like pretty aggressive in this campaign. Something I typically don't do. I mean, depends. Compared to certain people, I am very aggressive. Compared to others, I am a turtle. Throw those axes! Yes! Alright. Screw you, loud motorcycle man. I'm trying to record videos here. Whenever it gets like somewhat warmer, people are just so much louder. Can't stand it. As soon as I make enough money off YouTube, which so far is not enough, I'll buy myself a nice plot of land in the countryside with a professional recording studio. Oh, you absolute donuts. You're actually like, what? That's smart. Typically, I would just bomb rush my infantry with both their infantry troops. But in this case, they're actually like smart enough to zone out my cavalry. I mean, I say smart enough, it doesn't actually matter, because my King's Warriors will absolutely solo the Orc fighters. But I'm still going to try to run past you, just to speed up the process. Yeah, you've actually just kind of stopped chasing me now. And then he realizes, like, oh crap. So effectively, you've made it easier for me. Thank you. Yes, I'm surprised they didn't break right away. It's only a matter of time, I guess. No? Brave. Should pop that earlier. Alright. What the hell is my ballista doing? Lads, they're in shooting range, come on. Now is not the time for silly business. Counterfire their ballista. Show them where you're superior.
The enemy are badly blooded.
I've been claiming since the start of this campaign that a dwarven ballista is better than a regular ballista, so now is the time to prove it in a 1v1 me. Literally the best opportunity to do so. I expect all 4 of those ballistas to just go bloop, 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 down. No, my sons of the fallen, goddammit. Spread out! Ugh, oof. Okay, we only lost 1, that's not too... Okay, 3. That's not too bad. Oh, they missed all their shots. They're just calibrating. Are you guys running past? Absolute disrespect to these lads. Alright then. Quick detour. The Wargs won't charge me. And if they will, I'll sacrifice my... Actually, I don't want to sacrifice my ruffians. Erebor infantry, I need you lads on the front now. I actually need my archers to fire on the Snow-Orc raiders. Make up your mind, mate! Oh my lord. Hate... This Orc unit has been the most annoying so far. It's been avoiding battle. It's not doing anything, really. Ah, there we go, the first casualty of war. Okay. Keep an eye on them. Oh, crap. Alright. Pull back. I'm gonna lose some troops to those wargs. I didn't expect them to charge this side. It's okay. Ah, curses. Should have spread out my infantry more. Please trap them now. Get those wargs out of here.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. The enemy general has
okay, there's a lot of yelling going on.
field of battle and abandons his men.
Get back on your ballista, you coward. I don't think I can catch those wargs, but I can catch everybody else. Silence that ballista. Get rid of those Snow-Orc raiders. Pain in my... You know what I'm trying to say. Oh, crap. No, don't tell me they actually came... Oh, they're not. Okay, they broke again. I almost got very angry there.
We have captured the enemy general.
Okay.
That will teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
If you're not actually going to destroy the ballista, then please, cavalry, stop them. I need this Dale cavalry retrained. There are 3 gold chevrons. The finest Dale cav you've ever seen.
Look how our
There we go.
cowardly foe
Make sure I finish them, just so they don't retreat to whatever the name of the last element is, I forgot. Framsburg? Is it Framsburg? Alright. 98% down, that's more than enough. Huzzah! Yeah, that's all the army's gone. 216 casualties, we killed close to 1,000, so... Cannot disagree with that, eh? 278 by Dori, what a man. Imagine if I have full legions of those king's warriors. Oh, I can't wait. And execute them, that's actually a lot of money. Not that I care. Yep, Framsburg. Yep, gone, dead, bye-bye. So, can I make it all the way to Framsburg, actually? No. Let's pull down a watchtower. They might try to... If they're smart, they would sneak out an army past us to take Eorlstone, and they would succeed. But I'm going to count on them not being smart. I might regret that, but we'll see. Alright, end turn! I want more stuff to be happening. There's already a lot of stuff crammed into each episode, though. I'm really happy with that. Like, sometimes I struggle in, like, early campaigns to come up with, like, stuff to make intros about, but right now I don't have enough intros. Like, I've got too much story and not enough intros, so that's perfect. Why is there no one in Witherboard? What? That must be a visual bug, right? Because I didn't move anyone out. My troops just pack up and leave? Okay. The hallmark has been fallen, that's not good. Oh no! Those filthy leaf lovers. Not those kind of leaf lovers. They have the ring. Well, at least it's in the hands of a good faction. I'm not sure how to... Wait, why is this unit gone?
Aye, sire.
Wait, did I... Am I an idiot? I probably am.
Move out.
I probably moved that unit out by accident. What? What's wrong with me? Anyway, I do have enough cash to build Durin's halls, I think. No, we're short 2k. Ah. Right, if I don't spend too much money on Azanar... How much money do I make? About 11k. I need to keep 2k. So that's 9k I can spend freely, right? But let's not assume 9k, let's assume like 5k I can spend freely. These things are all pretty damn cheap. So if I just pick up, let's see, 50%. Yeah, I can pick up like a garrison quarters, that's like barely any money spent. And then Dane's Halls, got the Ironmongers. Let's just get like Steelmongers for now, and then in Gundabad something that takes 1 turn, possibly? Is that a thing? No, I'll just get like, you know what, I'll wait 1 turn. I really want to get the Halls of Durin as quickly as possible. Right, well that leaves Framsburg, right? The last bastion of the Orcs of Gundabad. I might give some lands to the Anduin Vale. I'm not sure if I want to hold both Eorlstone and Framsburg. I'll just kind of see what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about that. Truthfully, there's nothing stopping me from just sieging them out. It's like they can't go anywhere. But do I want to spend that many turns? You know what? I actually will spend a little bit longer. At least 1 turn just to build up some siege equipment. That's actually going to make things a bit easier. 2 rams, 4 ladders, 3 ladders. Yeah, that'll do. Because then I can attack from multiple sides. That's much nicer. Okay, anything else? No. Financially, the Orcs of Gundabad are doing great. Too bad that doesn't matter jack shit. But hey, good on them. Okay. Talk to Doguldur. Want to trade? Lyron. Okay. And that gives me... Erebor axe throwers. Okay, I'll take those. I don't think I have them yet, so... Yeah, there we go. Very nice. I think I got one in the fort, actually. Yeah. Right, and then my spy... Well, we already know of the spy network. Well, through the spy network that the Wooden Drum has the One Ring. So I think we should try to locate it. Does Thranduil have it? That would be bad news. I can't check his traits. I probably have to like sneak in. 100% chance. We'll do that. Let's see. Emeralds of Gideon. No. Oh, he does have the One Ring. God damn it. Why is it always Thranduil? He also has Brad Pitt. What? Oh man. He has both the One Ring and Brad Pitt. That is too much power in the hands of one man. Right, lads, what are your thoughts about that? Whew, that's quite a twist. That's very twisty. I don't know how to feel about that. That almost makes me more likely to attack the elves straight away, right? At least we have a casus belli. Never trust an elf. I don't think the dwarves would stand by idly knowing that Thranduil has the One Ring. If it was any other elf, it'd be fine, but Thranduil? That's literally the elves the elf we dislike the most. Every other elf, not nearly as bad, but that one, prick. Smug bastard. Yeah, I'm not too fond of Thranduil either. Alright. You see, some lads actually think that I'm stupid and forgot to actually use my diplomat on Gondor, but I was doing 5,000 IQ plays and just waiting for a mission. Haha. That's absolutely what happened.
Acceptable.
It's an extra 900 gold. You know how much I need money? I needed a whole lot. I'm gonna go to Dol Amroth. Pay a visit. It's always nice to visit like my previous faction in a new campaign. Just hope they do well. Alright, the Hall of Durin, 10 turns. Lots of money, but lots of nice bonuses. Including being able to train Hammers of Gundabad, which is quite nice. So public order bonus globally as well, on top of the one locally. Retraining cost reduction, so that's going to make Gundabad probably a nice recruitment center of troops, which is really helpful when we go to war against Angmar. Okay, culture is already improving a bit. I feel like the whole of Durin should also give like a flat culture increase bonus, maybe even globally. Not much per se, but something. It would fit quite well. Alright, construction report. Kirigathol got steelmongers, nice. What do I want? The mining network? That's all my money spent though. I think we got the master stoneworkers hall. And then Eorlstone got the brewery. Let's get an do I want an armory? There's an extra law bonus, I guess. Is there corruption? There is quite a bit of corruption, so a law bonus will be nice. Oh yeah, I also need to check for stuff I can destroy. No, I can keep everything. Yeah, okay. Then I think we're ready to attack Framsburg. Deal the finishing blow. Alternatively, if I take a look at how much time I've got, nah. We'll leave the runic invasion for the next episode, something to look forward to. I can actually sort of round off with this attack. Taking down Gundabad is also a really nice achievement. So we have Mountain Guard, okay, nothing scary. We have Snow Scouts, Orc Fighters, and Orc Hunters. We have enough troops and enough siege equipment to surround them from multiple sides, so I think we'll be able to divide and conquer quite well. So yeah, let's kill the last king, that's what I was trying to say, of Gundabad, I believe, unless they have a settlement somewhere up the Anduin, which I very much doubt. Right, here we go. Alrighty. The Snow-Orcs definitely didn't build this settlement themselves, it's very much a wildman settlement. So we can attack from this side, we can attack from this side, and there should be a third side as well. Yep, there we go. So I'm thinking Sons of the Fallen from this side. They can tank. And I'm also going to give them the ballista. Do I want to give them? No, I'm not going to give them the ballista. Ballista is going to go with the main force, which is going to attack from this side. Which is also going to have Dory, plus some archers. I think we'll give these guys one dwarven traveler unit. So that leaves me with one extra, which I will put on this side, together with the ruffians and these guys. And let's see, you get the ram, and the Mattocks here as well. I still got some reserves, but nothing crazy. Let's see, okay, they've put everyone on this side, so that side is undefended. So let's go. The moment I start attacking that side, I'll probably pull back some forces, possibly this unit. Yeah, so they're already moving. They might also push back some of these guys. When they do, they have successfully taken the bait. And I can move in my troops. I'm already going to move in these guys because I don't want them to pull back entirely. So if I can pepper them a bit, that would be quite nice. Go there, and you guys take the far side as far as possible. Wonderful. Go, 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 lads! I also like it to use the Khazad-dûm flag. It always makes them stand out in an Erebor army. They're always like the one with a different banner, right? So you always can pinpoint them. They're like an elite specific unit. I really like that. Okay, they see, they're like, oh shit, no, do we pull back? Do we attack? What do we do? What do we do? General, what do we do? And he's just like, I don't know. There's not enough of us to do anything. I think we just lay down, roll over, start crying. Yeah, the Men of Dale have actually helped out a lot. If it was only dwarves that I had to take down Gundabad with, I would have run out of troops already. They are nice meat for the meat grinder. Alright, and they're sending in Snow Scouts, yeah, that's fine. Their arrows will just bounce off our armor. No concerns there.
Our men have reached the walls with a ladder.
If I can get my Dwarven Travelers already in position to counterfire, that would be nice. Yes, good job, lads. Softening up the Mountain Guard. They're coming in with the Fighters. Fighters against Mattocks, I'm not sure about that one. I am, however, quite sure about Dory being an absolute killing machine. Alright, they're coming in. I think these guys are not really moving. I'm being quite weird. I think I'll move my I think they're stuck. I think they want to pull back, but they're stuck, so they can't pull back. which is really unfortunate. That's fine.
Men have reached the walls with their ladders.
Alright, actually, do not climb up. You will lose that. Wait for it. Dory. Okay, now moving to my Dwarven Sons of the Fallen. Let them come. Alright. Bit of a slow setup, but I think it's going to save more lives than just bomb rushing the settlement. We've already killed 4%, I've only lost 1. In the siege that is quite nice. My neighbour's dog seems to agree as he starts barking loudly. Alright, that's section number 1 captured. Alright, there we go, we're fighting... Oh, don't take me back, take me there. The Snow-Orcs scouts in melee, which is perfect. And we're shooting them on top of that. That's a weird spin to hammer and anvil tactics, but it works.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will
take down the gate. Gates are a bit tougher in AGO than in regular DAC, so it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay. 20%. Is he sending in his mountain guard there as well? Yeah, he is. So my Sons of the Fallen might not make this, but they are buying all the time I need. Okay, and they're finally started moving, so now my ruffians can come in and take that gate. Wonderful. Throw those axes. Keep throwing them. You know what? You scale the wall. And the Mattox will come in as reinforcements. That works. Originally I was going to do it the other way around, but... Alright, Sons of the Fallen, you are absolutely beautiful. I don't think you've lost anyone yet. Mountain Guard, are they armor piercing? They are not armor piercing, so good luck. Snoke Scouts don't stand a chance. Use whatever weapons you can muster. Alright, Dory, get up there, look at them. I'd be scared. Look, they don't even have animations. This guy's just taking an escalator. Oh, there we go. Oh, they look so funny climbing up. Go, go, go. Bring down that gate. 63%. Come on, you can do better than that. Stop fighting. Those are our friends. Where's my other longbow unit? Oh, why are you moving all the way over there, mate? Oh, you probably want to fire at them, I see. Okay, now it's the Sons of the Fallen against the Mountain Guard, which is a bit of a tough one. And yeah, the Orc Hunters, damn, their timing is quite good for them. Alright, Dory. That is axe work to be done. There we go. Oh, they're going down faster than ladies' panties when I wear axe body spray. Which is pretty damn fast. Again! The Mattox won't beat the Orc Hunter. Actually, they might, because they're the Javelin lads, so they might actually win.
Our men have done well. The gates have fallen.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. Alright, I think we're winning against the Mountain Guard. It's kind of hard to tell. Cav would help. Extra archers as well. How are we looking on this side? Are we there yet? Yeah, the ruffians are there. Good. I still don't know if my convoluted plan is actually better than just running in there, but whatever. It makes me feel good about myself, like pulling off something more advanced than just click button win game.
Our men have reached the walls with their ladders.
Alright, take down the Orc Hunters. Fast. Though I'm not sure if the Sons of the Fallen... it's kind of close. They're proving their worth though, 100%. They're going toe to toe with an elite Gundabad unit, the best Gundabad unit pretty much.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Depends on the situation. In some situations the Orc Avengers would be better. In some situations Pale Uruks would be better. But Mountain Guard overall, in a 1v1, are very, very strong. Alright, Cav, I need you actually. You will be most welcome. You too, ruffians. The Sons of the Fallen need us. Do not allow them to join their fathers in the halls of Durin just yet. Come on. Also, Dori, don't die, please. I don't know where you're at. Oh, you're very safe over there. $64 to $32. They're going down fast. They need help. I think they're getting tired. Yeah, they are getting tired. Come on, lads. They need us. If I can get those ruffians to take the town square, that should also, like, put some pressure on the AI at the very least. Don't worry, lads. Help is on the way. Hold. You'll see them come up from the hill soon. There we go. There they are. Charge! Oh, that is a beaut. Not sure if it did anything, but I felt the impact. Ignore those orc fighters. They're not worth our time. If they want to sit there, there's no point in trying to beat them. That was actually a pretty good charge, yeah. Do it again. Even though my Sons of the Fallen are down to 13, they're going down way too fast now. But we might revive some of them. We can retrain them. We can rebuild. At the very least, we soften them up for the ensuing battles. So those poor orcs, they're like, come on, I want to fight. And we're just like, nah, I actually don't want to fight you right now. Down to 34, but my Sons of the Fallen down to 9, so... It is too late, my friends, but we definitely handed them a beating. Come on, guys, I told you to move to the town square. Charge! Keep it up! 30... Yeah, they're dropping. It's a worthy sacrifice for the Privateer Cavalry. I will happily make that trade. I don't think Dori will arrive in time. Oh, it's so sad. They gave it their all. They're down to 5. They're down to 21. Just hold them for a couple more charges. One more would be nice. Every charge helps, lads. Yes. Kill the king. I love the music. Where are the orc fighters? Leave my ballista alone. My ballista that I barely used. No, the last Son of the Fallen. Hold. No. Ah. Don't worry, I'm sure some of them will come back. They're cheering, those bastards. Yeah, cheer on this, ya piece of... Yeah. Oh, you want to cheer, eh? You want to cheer, eh? Come on, then. Let's give them something to cheer on about. Okay, come on, guys. This mountain guard will soon come our way. Plus the one Snow-Orc scout that somehow survived. And we are going to go full Dori on them. Nine mountain guard against 84 dwarven axes. Alright, I need to make the grandsons of the Fallen at this point. Baruch Gazad! Gazad Aimenu! Get those axes! Yes! Screw you! That's for the Sons of the Fallen, you piece of trash! Nice. Nice! They're dropping. It's just the king remaining. Give him another volley! Come on, lads. Throw! Oof! He's pretty badass. Just imagine him walk. Ah, there we go! Worthy? I don't think so. Screw him as well. That guy in particular. Fuck you. Yeah. Alright. Right, get them, surround them, they'll break.
Look how our
Yes! We did it, lads. 30%, that's a bit much. 26%, I like that. Please tell me I got some Sons of the Fallen back. Please, 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 Sons of the Fallen, 76. Casualties healed. 5! Huzzah! Oh, they can be retrained. Wonderful. Framsburg is ours, and that should be the end of Gundabad. Very, very nice. Yes! Oh, this makes me really happy. So maybe this recording wasn't nearly as cursed as I thought it was going to be. This pleases me and my chair. And let's make sure to occupy this time. Oh, lads, yes. Ballista Maker, port already, nice. Brawler's Hall, don't actually need that. Ancillary training grounds. I'll take the law bonus. Slave quarters, we can do with some slave labor for a little bit. Just a little bit. Right, let us build the Stoneworkers Hall, I guess. Yeah, speed everything else up. New mission, talk to Gondor, we did that. Guild available, I'll take it. Okay, good stuff. Faction destroyed, Orcs of Gundabad. 32 turns in. I like that. The long legacy of these people has at last come to an end by your hand. Celebrations held in honor of your glorious conquest of their dominion erupt throughout the realm, with everyone from prince to pauper toasting your righteous reign. Righteous reign, I like that. Could be the name of my Dwarves of Erebor tribute band. Right, let's move some troops back to the fort. And let's move some troops home for retraining. Specifically, Sons of the Fallen, the Dale Calf, these guys, the ones that are the most battered, that can really benefit from some training. Also happen to be the ones with the most experience, so that would be quite nice. At this point I feel wealthy enough to just kind of take the upkeep cost. I don't want to risk the Rune army popping up and me not being prepared. So this is going to be my defense. Hopefully it's also going to be in time to get the Sons of Durin and the Dwarven Catapult. So yeah, I think that's more than enough troops, right? I mean, the Axe Guard of Erebor alone with the catapult should be enough. We have axe throwers, we have Erebor infantry, we got some laborers. I think we're good. I'll keep these guys around for now. When I start building the anti-rune army. Alright, press the end turn. New mission. Please. I mean, once we beat the Rune Doomstack and Gundabad already being dead, the world's my oyster. I can do whatever the hell I want. And I hope I can just use that catapult still. Imagine losing against that Runic Doomstack, losing Erebor and the catapult. Ah, that would be such a setback if that happened. Which is why I'm really preparing for it. And seeing as they give me the message up front, I feel like they can go hard, right? It's not like Swan didn't warn us. Yeah, I know. Like, seeing as they mention it specifically, it's gotta be quite tough, right? I don't expect an easy fight. Anyway, the Sons of Durin are there. We've got a new general, Onar, the oldest 23-year-old you've ever seen. And the catapult will be finished in the next turn. But Graham got the Master Stoneworkers Hall. Yeah, let's just build stuff. What's culture like? Is it 25? Oh, more than. Good. On Nazanar, I got the garrison quarters so I can train some troops. I'll take them. Let's get roads. Yeah, roads seem good. And Dane's Hall's got steelmongers. Let's get roads there as well, I suppose. Yeah, okay. I'll actually move those longbows to Mount Gundabad. This is goblin territory, so I need to keep my eyes peeled. Put down a watchtower. Almost considering getting a unit in that fort there. Oh. In the settlement, please. Thank you. Yeah, Sons of Durin, good. Diplomatic information. Okay, all good stuff. Didn't have a spy around here. Oh, there he is. How about you check the goblins for me? I'd love to capture the high pass. Look at that. Oh, they got some Black Hooded troops. Okay. I didn't know they can get those. Securing the high pass would actually be... Ah, no, because there's like roads through the mountains in AGO now. So never mind, that's not nearly as strong a bottleneck as it used to be. Alright, keep moving towards Dol Amroth. But I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. Yep. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was quite a success, right? We took Eorlstone and we took Framsburg, crushing the Orcs of Gundabad. They are now gone for good. We are preparing, of course, for the runic attack on Erebor, and once that's been settled, I have a pretty large army, as long as we don't suffer too many casualties, at my disposal that will hopefully be able to be used to, I don't know what, maybe move towards Rune, cause some damage there, maybe move them towards the goblins and leave Rune kind of as our late game enemy, or straight up attack the elves and see what happens there, make sure that Mr. Thranduil doesn't hold on to the ring. He still has it, okay. Keep an eye on him. Boller him. We don't trust him. If I can get another spy, that would be nice. I can, yeah, let's do that. But yeah, besides that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I did, and I hope to catch you soon for episode 6, which is gonna be an exciting one, I'm sure of it.